So one thing we say a lot at Westlake is that we will never be a Jesus-centered church until we are a church full of Jesus-centered people. Now, why is that important? Well, one, because our lives being centered on Christ is the most important part of that whole statement. But also, two, that statement reminds us that the church is not a building. The church are God's people.
If I had to really think of anything that makes it uniquely our church, it's the people.
It's like hanging out with our friends. It's like being around family. When things aren't going well, they're there to support you. When things are going well, they're there to celebrate.
I think what caused us to connect instantly is how welcomed and accepted we were from the very beginning, and you could just feel that everybody was authentic and genuine, and it was just a place to be real.
Everyone seemed so happy to have us there. You just felt the warmth and community.
Buildings aren't bad. Churches that have buildings are not wrong. The answer is the motivation of the mission of that church.
To me, church is more than just a place you gather on Sunday morning, and Westlake really embodies that.
How we view this opportunity that we have as a church family to acquire 8 acres of land inside of the Groves Master Plan community is that this land is a tool to help us accomplish the mission that we have as disciples of Jesus and the vision that we have specifically as Westlake Church. And that is to see as many people as possible know, worship, share, and serve Jesus Christ. So why are we going into a campaign to acquire this land? Why are we also planning in the future of building a building? Why do we feel that this is the actual moment for us as a church family to do that? Because God has been in this from the very beginning. We have literally seen God's hand create this scenario. So this is God's scenario that He's called us to be faithful to, not the other way around, not something that we've produced and then asked God to be in the middle of. Specifically with the fact that the property is not even listed publicly. So we wouldn't even have been able to know it was available had God not created the conversation. Two, it's in a prime location in the middle of the Groves Master Plan community. This property will put us in a very strategic location of reaching the Westlake community. They started out asking $12 a square foot, which is roughly $4.2 million. And what we've agreed upon is $5.55 a square foot, which is a total cost of $1.935 million, which is less than half of where it originally started. And so this is why we are believing God for this vision. Like why would God open these doors? Why would God put this in our lap if He didn't want us to walk in faith and to believe Him for it? And so really what we need to do is not question and wonder about can it happen or should it happen or will it happen, but rather believe God that God is making it happen, and let's just be faithful and walking forward in obedience with Him. Yeah, I think what's really important for us to understand is that the culmination of what God wants to do through Westlake Church is not where we are today. And although we have seen incredible things done from 2016 to today, that's not it. That's not where God wants to stop the story of our church family. There's more to be written. There's more to be done. There's more steps to be taken. There's more faith that He's calling us to stretch in. There's more sacrifice that He's calling us to give up. And so what we believe is that this is the next step for us. And let's continue to believe God for as many people as possible of knowing, worshiping, sharing, and serving Jesus Christ.